My son is just a real avid freshwater fisherman, and he was looking for a unique experience for him, and we were able to get in touch with an old friend, and he invited us over to Gaucher to go out on his boat, and we got an early start, and just were tremendously excited. Got up at 3:30 in the morning and stuffed my sleeping son into the front seat and had a nice drive over. We really didn't know what to expect. We'd been out on a larger boat before, but this was a lot more intimate setting, and we were kind of watchful, trying to make sure we stayed out of the captain's way. And but once we got loaded up and pushed off from the dock, it was just a really serene and gorgeous morning, a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful little trip out through the fingers of the marsh out to the open water.
Welcome to Gulf South Outdoors. Today we're taking a father and son on their first small boat charter. Captain Mark Miller and I will guide them to some of the best fishing spots we can find in the Gulf of Mexico. I actually took on the role of deckhand so Mark could drive the boat and make the trip a little easier on all of us.
Just at every spot, every step of the way, we saw something unique, from unusual birds flying overhead to the shipyards to the shrimp boats to the oil tankers offshore, and fortunately we had an informed deckhand who gave us a little education on each one of those little points that we saw along the way.
So when we first got out there, we saw the crazy sharks and stuff behind the shrimp boat. I hadn't seen that before, like that much of a bait ball behind the thing. What did you think of all those sharks going crazy behind the boat?
That was pretty amazing. Yeah,
it was amazing. I mean, you really couldn't tell how big the sharks were until we got right up on them. I mean, which shark did you want to catch when we got up there?
I wanted to catch a little one to start off, but I also wanted to catch the big one.
Yeah, we didn't let you get off. We didn't let you catch the little one first, did we?
No, and I'm glad about that.
Well, sharks behind a shrimp boat is something we've seen all the time. These guys are from Kentucky, and they've never seen anything like it. The sharks swarming and the bycatch, it was a lot to take in, and they were just getting more and more excited as time went on. Carson was 12-year-old. He just wanted to catch a shark, and he wanted to catch one right away. So we actually got up to the shrimp boat, got ourselves some bait for the day. They gave us 2 buckets of their bycatch, and we set up for Carson's first shark adventure. The water was teeming with sharks. We got all up right next to the shrimp boat and tried to pick out one of the bigger sharks so Carson could really feel what it was like to fight one of these monsters. And it took a minute or two, but we sure did get hooked up.
Yeah, we got him.
That's right.
It's a warm-up for the tuna.
Yeah. Careful now, he's going to get you a little belt. If you catch it, you got to take it on board and take the hook out.
What you want to do is pump. You want to pull up, reel on the downstroke. Hard to do, ain't it? Pull up, reel. Oh, you've done this before, haven't you? I can tell he's done this before.
He's making a run.
He's making a run. You just wait on him.
I think I might need you.
Your arms got to be getting tired.
They are.
That is not a joking around shark. A seasoned veteran.
I need to put a rope on. I feel better.
He's fine.
I think he's got it, man. I think you've done this
He's
before.
not going to let go of that rod.
You're doing good. You got it? You be okay if I let go of the rod, or you think you... I don't want you to let go of it.
Better than those bluegill and sunfish, isn't it?
You're wearing them out.
That's
Keep them there. Keep them there. Turn around just a little bit. Okay.
By the water or...
Pull toward.
Hey, buddy.
Are you tired? Get your hand in front. There you go.
Tell us how you feel, man.
Good.
Tired?
Exhilarated.
Carson had proven to all of us, especially his dad, that he could handle these big fish. That was easily a 6-foot, 150-pound blacktip shark, and he handled it like a pro. So we decided we'd try and get him on some eating fish, and we headed off towards the fish havens 1 and 2. We didn't actually make it all the way there before we had ourselves a little surprise. We pulled up on what looked to be a broken free fad. It looked like we could be on some good fish. Are you interested in being part of the Gulf South Outdoors experience? We're always looking for new and exciting sponsors. Please, feel free to contact us. When we got a little closer, we could clearly see that it was a fad or a fish attracting device that had broken free from some wreck in the area. There was a bunch of them around. So we did our best to slowly cruise up and see if we could find some triple tail. We had our baits ready, and while the triple tail were entertaining, none of them were going to be keepers. So we played with them for a little while, hung around this thing, really checked it out.
Yep.
We were hoping that there'd be some mahi, and it was really close to find mahi this time of year, so we didn't really have our hopes up, and Carson starts yelling, "I see something, I see something." We got ourselves ready, and it was on.
Oh, he's here. He's here already, Muscle Man. Good job. All right, careful, careful. Oh, he's beautiful.
is David Reed, Carson Reed from Louisville, Kentucky, down visiting Gulf Shores.
Fantastic.
It's been a great afternoon with Mark in the game, Andrew in the game.
Excellent. What do you want to catch? That you haven't caught already?
Tuna.
Think a tuna would be good?
Yeah. What
So-
you caught so far today?
What have you caught all day?
6 foot, 150 pounds.
Great.
Black tip.
Which was delicious looking. What else?
I caught 2 mahi mahi
Nice.
Beautiful night.
and 2 3 tail.
Triple tail, yeah.
Triple tail.
Or blackfish they call them too.
Awesome. All right, well, we'll see you when we're hooked up with the tuna, right?
Oh,
Yes.
David and Carson were clearly excited to have mahi under their belts. They weren't expecting that, and frankly, neither were we. We're not gonna go right out for tuna. It's a long haul. These are first timers. So we decided we'd try and put them on some snapper, on some of our local wrecks in Fish Haven 1 and 2. It's relatively close to where we were. I think these guys would like to have something to put in their ice chest to bring home to Kentucky with them. The water was extremely nice this close to the shore and to the islands, so we were hoping we'd have some good snapper action over there in Fish Haven 1 and 2.
I knew my son could handle a freshwater reel, and he could comfortably reel in a small, 2 or 3 pound catfish. But I wasn't sure how he would react to handling this bigger gear and trying to land a bigger fish. And I was just amazed at how tough he battled and how focused he was. And he wanted to do it all himself. He didn't want help. And I was really proud of him. I learned a lot about him in those few minutes.
So when we landed on the first spot, or we arrived at the first spot, we wanted to go snapper fishing. So so we just put our lines in the water and we waited. So I saw the rod tip going down, so I went over there. And then I started reeling up, and it was very hard to budge. I felt like it was structured, but I knew it wasn't because I could still reel.
Still on there? Don't pull the rod up that high. Yeah, perfect. Doing a good job, man. I see him, I see color. Oh man!
Oh my god!
Sound, baby.
Oh!
What the?
Snapper? Where? I don't see no snapper.
I don't either, man. I think it's...
Pull them up close. Holy cow! That is a snapper.
Big red snapper in Fish Haven 2.
Yeah, we got some fish out here in FH2. Check him out.
Amazing.
Back up a little bit and grab the line.
He's stunning looking.
I thought we had a grouper.
Yeah, that's a stud.
It's not my biggest today, but it's a pretty good.
That's your biggest red snapper, I bet.
Yeah, it's the first one.
That's a beast.
Come get in a picture, Carson.
Get the sunlight back in the back. Is that your first red snapper?
Yep.
Tell us how you
Yeah.
feel about it.
Get on the other side where the sun is.
That's going every bit of 20 pounds,
Get
man.
on the other side there, Andrew.
Ah, it's a beast.
Mark's stealing your
Kiss
trip,
the fish.
Carson.
Kiss the fish. Now run the lips. I will.
Oh, new
Touch.
friend.
Kiss the lips. No.
There, right, huh? Beautiful fish.
Just want to make sure you want to get the rest.
We are absolutely doubled up, without a doubt. We.
I don't know how you can tell.
Well, you can see the rod tip bouncing. The fish down there. Remember, don't lift the rod tip so high, it creates slack. You're doing a great job.
All right, Carson, do another one. I see color.
See color?
Can't tell what it is yet, but I see color. Looks like a red snapper again. Not
Yeah.
quite as big as the other one.
No, there is some color. Pretty fish. Nope, red.
Oh, it's an American red.
Okay, I think we got to help your dad out.
Now you're talking. I need a picture of that.
That's what I'm talking
Give me a
about.
good look.
Nice. We got thumbs up.
I get a good bow in the rod now. Do it again.
There's a fish on there.
Put your rod way down. Let's see. Let me get more drag.
Oh, there's definitely a fish on there.
Put your rod tip down and pull way up. All right, then look at me. Look. Now you're talking.
Are we back up in the wreck, you think?
I'm inching that way.
Okay.
I paused to get a picture. You're photogenic.
Yeah, man. Look good on camera. Right.
There's some right here. Several of them.
Nope.
Triple tail.
You could see about 10 yards in the water. I'm guessing. I don't know. That's just an estimate. But we pulled it up, and my reaction, like, when it just broke the top of the surface, my reaction was, how did I like reel that all the way up from the depths? I mean, I didn't know I could do it.
What kind of fish was it?
Snapper.
Was it an American red snapper? Yeah, that was a good fish. You had a lot of firsts. I think that was one of my favorites, to be honest. This was turning out to be a trip of a lifetime for these two, and it wasn't over. It was really just the beginning. It was still early in the day. We had big plans to go south and try and find some tuna and some bigger fish. The adventure was just beginning. We'll see you next week.